For there is no one else like you, righteous and faithful, ever true. We lift our hands and sing all praises to the King of matchless worth, of matchless worth.
Well, good morning again, Trinidad and Tobago. Music coming down from Miss Candice Keaton, and You Are God Alone. I hope that you really enjoy that one. And remember, you can go onto our Facebook and YouTube account and see the videos of these people ministering in song. All right? It's Monday morning. It's already 10:30. And I'm playing some music from Powerful Woman. Candice was one. I'm going to play you one from Miss K. Allen Maloney, another beautiful, powerful minister of the gospel, as we celebrate International Women's Day today. So I'm playing this one for all the beautiful women out there in social media land and radio land.
To thank God for so many wonderful blessings and so many open doors of mercies along with each new day. That's why I praise you, and for this I give you waking me up this morning, hallelujah, hey, for starting me on my way, letting me see the sunshine of a brand new day, mercies along with each new day. That's why I praise you, hallelujah, for this, I give you praise. He's Jehovah Jireh, Lord, you've been a provider, hallelujah. You see, so many times you met our needs, so many times He was there and you rescued you and me. I want to thank you for the many, many blessings you give to me each and every day. Oh, that's why I praise you, Lord. Oh, this I give you Lord, for every mountain you safely brought me over, hallelujah. For every trial you seen me through, for every I give you Lord, for every mountain in my life, you brought me over. For every trial, you see trials come to make you strong. Hallelujah, you see me through. For every blessing, you see He blesses us every morning, every day. Every morning your blessings are, hallelujah. And for this, Lord,
And that was Miss Kay Allen Maloney. And now I'm going to take you to 3 powerful young ladies. Sarah Lee, Kizzy,
You falling to my knees. My sins like scarlet have stained me. Hopelessness I feel. But to feel the warm embrace of your grace surrounding me. Like a flood and the power of
So join me on Facebook, join me on YouTube,
sin and greater than my
and you could view the videos.
I know your love never fails. Your love never fails. One thing I know, your love never fails. Your love never fails. in life that you must avoid. Guaranteed to drive you paranoid. Negative people. Oh gosh. Negative people. They exist just to kill your dream. All your passion and your self-esteem. Negative people. Oh gosh. Negative people. You alone control how far you could go. So take another road when they tell you no. To make you feel gun shy is their only game. Oh, oh. No matter how they try, they can't out your flame. So no matter what you meet in life, no matter the pain or strife, don't give up, no, don't give up. You only fail when you fail to try. So don't stop trying. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. So when the mountain you start to climb, one thing I want you to bear in mind: don't give up. No, 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 don't give up. You wanna reach where the air is red, shine from deep within. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. One thing that come and wrong in rap, soul aim in life is to make you stop. Negative people. Oh gosh. Negative people. They just don't want you to get ahead. Will cut you down by talking instead. Negative people. Negative people. Jealousy is all that beats in their hearts. Instead of lifting up, they just tear apart. Never motivate, never mentor one youth. Oh, oh. Pure hate is all that they contribute. So no matter what you meet in life, in your back door they drive the knife. Don't give up, no, don't give up. You only fail when you fail to try. So never stop trying. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. And when you slip and you start to slide, with every breath that you have inside, don't give up. No, 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 don't give up. You wanna reach where the air is red. In your heart just sing. Never quit. Quitters never win. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa. I see them smirking all day long with the picong and the movie long. Negative people. Oh gosh. Negative people. How I dress, how I comb my hair. What's the price of the clothes I wear? Negative people. Negative people. Great minds discuss ideas I learn from small. Small minds discuss people all day, that's all. So when they come all day and they disrespect, oh, oh, they just exposing the size of their intellect. Tell them, you could this, you could jump in me, hit me with your negativity. I won't give up, no, 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 won't give up. You only fail when you fail to try. So though the doubts roll in, never quit. Quitters never win. So when you feel that you reach the brink, when the man tries to swim or sink, don't give up. No, don't give up. I wanna reach where the air is red. So once my heart beats in, never quit. Quitters never win. Long ago when I start to sing, in my ears all I kept hearing was negative people. Oh gosh, negative people. And even though I earned my place behind some of them smiling face, negative never win. So even when I reach the edge, I light my fingertips, I grasp the ledge. I won't give up, no, 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 won't give up. I wanna reach where the air is red, to hear the angels sing. And quitters never win. Oh yeah. No, no, no.
So International Women's Day, I'm only playing some songs, some powerful women today. So that was Miss Kireen Ashe. And now I'm going to play you a song from a young lady from Tobago, and her name is Joanne.
I wanna tell you about the goodness of Jesus towards me. I could remember.
So remember, you have to join me on the live. Join me on the live and see these powerful women of Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? So you have to join me on the live now and see the video.
Kingdom artists again. Hey. I wanna tell you about the goodness of Jesus towards me. I could remember where God brought me from, how He took me out the mud and He saved my life from drowning. I used to walk around with my face down in the ground. Depression was my drug. Didn't know that He had a crown. Well, now I tell you, my triumphs, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know the Savior, I'm not alone. Heaven is my home, so not be until you come. I go worship, I go praise. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. Hallelujah. I bless you. I bless you. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. Hallelujah. I bless you. Take a good look at me, can you see the marks where I fall down? I was on the broad road, only leading me to destruction. Then my father, he said, no, 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 come back home. To me you belong. Well, now I tell you, my trials, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know the Savior, I'm not alone. Heaven is my home, so not be until you go. I go worship, I go praise. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. Hallelujah. I bless you. I bless you. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. Hallelujah. I bless you. God, Jesus, see what you did for me. Took away my sins and you set me free. I'm alive to say, Imela, Imela. Jesus, I thank you. Father, all I can do today is worship. When I think about where my life could have been, all I can do is worship you, Jesus. Kingdom artists again. Hey. I wanna tell somebody today that God is good. Hey. Worship.
So that was Kingdom Artist Joanne, and that's her testimony. And I want to let you know that she is from Tobago. She is from Tobago, and I know a lot of people enjoy that song from Miss Joanne, Kingdom Artist. All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, I'm going for another video, and when I come back from that video, then we're going to. I have an interview that I'm going to do this morning. So those of you who joining me on the live, you're going to be really happy that I would have this person in studio with me. Well, yeah, in studio with me, I could put it that way this morning. So I'm going to do an impromptu video with you. So I'm coming back after this Trinidad and Tobago. Don't touch your dial. Stick and stay.
You tired of going place to place with no real solutions for your health concerns? Look no further and let our team at Louis Herbal Health Clinic take care of you with our amazing specials. Now offering iridology scanning, where we utilize a microscopic camera to detect hypertension, liver damage, a weakened immune system, and so much more issues in the body through the eyes. Iridology scanning is 100% safe and pain-free. Also available is our advanced 3D head-to-toe body scanning using the biophilia tracker, a one-of-a-kind radiation-free device used to detect all chronic diseases, disorders, and inflammation in the body in just under 1 hour. Free consultation with any service and the same-day results available. We are located on number 18 Parakeet Street, Tacarigua. To book, call or WhatsApp Shanice today at 278-1661 or find us on Facebook at Louis Herbal TT for more information.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Dedicated to our hard-working nurses, Alternative International Comedy Festival, 2 North-South Super Shows. 200 nurses will receive complimentary VIP tickets to laugh non-stop by public demand, returning to Naparima Bowl, Saturday, March 13th, 7 p.m. and Sunday, 14th March, Port of Spain, Napa, 5 p.m. On stage, the nation's funniest stand-up comedians and dramatists. All the bacchanal and drama you want. 2 persons on 1 general ticket. Single tickets also available at Napa Box Office and selected JTA and Extra Food supermarkets. TicketGateway.com, Bellini's Drug Mart, 2nd Street, San Fernando. All health protocols will be in effect. For more info, call 774-5555.
A man praying to God. He said, God, woman, they say they have it hard. I want you to change me into a woman. Let me see if they does really have it hard. It may make 2 days. He said, oh, God, change me back. I can't take it. They does really work hard. God say, I can't change you back now. Right now, you're pregnant.
The Archdiocese of the West Indian United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order, Inc., with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ. He and his diocese would be on IWER stage on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2021, from 6 p.m. This is the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconian Prohibition Ordinance of 1917, and the theme is Fulfilling Our Spiritual Liberation. His Eminence, Patriarch Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace, Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Brathwaite.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marival Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.5 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Marival.
Hey guys.
guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home or, get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. On Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call at 753-1113 or 239-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The name, you might know me from my days. I was tearing up the stage, I was mashing up the place. Who would think a few years later?
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, so I'm back with you. Remember, you're joining me on Facebook, on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. Also, you're joining me on IWER TV, on YouTube. All right, so right now, looking for you. I'm looking for you. Remember, when you're joining me, you're telling me where you're joining me from. All you have to type, is where you're joining me from. So if you're joining me from London, you're joining me from Canada, you're joining me from Trinidad, wherever in Trinidad and Tobago you're joining me from, I want to talk with you today. All the ladies on the inside, all the ladies, just give me a little touch now. Touch base with me a little bit today. I have an interview lined up at about 1:15. All right, about 1:15. I have an interview lined up. So I want you to get ready for that. La Romaine is in the house. All right, so somebody from La Romaine is already joining me on our Facebook page. Remember, when you come onto our Facebook page, you share the live. All right, so you click on the arrow. Well, there are two things I want you to do. I want you to click on like and click on the arrow that says share. Click like, click on the arrow that says share, and let's get this program on the road. So I'm seeing people coming in from Brooklyn. Good morning, Brooklyn is in the house. All right, and so as you come in, let me know where you're joining me from, and remember, today we today is International Women's Day, and we're playing music from a lot of women, you know. We're playing a lot of music from women in Trinidad and Tobago. So there's this new song that is out by Denise Plummer and Miss Michelle Sylvester. I don't know how many of you like this song or heard this song, but it's a hit. It's a big hit because it talks about their life, and it talks about it talks about their life, and it talks about where they come from and who they are. So the name of the song is Safe on the Inside. All right, so I'm gonna take you to hear this song. As you come in, Saparia in the house, New Grant in the house, Canada in the house. So join me on Facebook now, The Street 919 FM, Twin City in the house.
You might know me from my days. I was tearing up the stage. I was mashing up the place. Who would think a few years later I would change up my behavior to something greater? I get an encounter. God said, listen.
Good morning, Florida. Maloney.
Send you here to do. Michelle, girl, I love you. Come back to your father. And right in that moment, my heart was changed. One set of tears, I got no more face. Thank God for amazing grace. Now I turn a different page. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. People say that I ain't changed. Them go say what they go say. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. I tell you, I safe on the inside. Nobody going outside. I safe on the inside. I'm leaning on the Lord's side today. I'm not going to turn back again. In Christ I go stay. It had nothing for me outside. Michelle, girl, well, anything. My story kinda the same. Calypso I used to sing, and his crown I used to win. Mash up the place all over the world, Switzerland, even England and Spain. Then Jesus called out my name. Was late in the evening, was by the bar drinking, just having a time taking a smoke. But then I heard the Lord spoke, then he's sleeping. No life have a meaning, and right in that moment my heart was changed. I could never be the same. Thank God for amazing grace. Now I turn a different page. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. People say that I ain't changed. Them go say what they go say. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. I tell you, I safe on the inside. Nobody going outside. I safe on the inside. I'm leaning on the Lord's side today. I'm not going to turn back again. In Christ I go stay. It had nothing for me outside. It had nothing for me outside. Say it had nothing for me. It had nothing for me. Nothing for me outside. No way. No demon in hell can conquer me. I am under a new authority. I can't change my past or change my heart. Bring a new wine out of me. This world have nothing to offer me. In Jesus I find security. I tell you I safe on the inside. I'm not going back outside. Amazing grace. Now I turn a different page. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. People say that I ain't changed. Them go say what they go say. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. I tell you I safe on the inside. Nobody going outside. I safe on the inside. I'm leaning on the Lord's side today. I'm not going to turn back again. In Christ I go stay. It had nothing for me outside. And nothing for me. No. Nobody can stop my praise. Nobody can stop my praise. It had nothing for we. No. Tell them it has nothing for we. Outside. Nobody going outside.
So that is Michelle Sylvester and Miss Denise Plummer. All right, so I'm having my people joining me on Facebook and on YouTube. All right, Curry up in the house, Unapuna in the house. And let me say thank you to all of you who joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you are going to stay with me for the rest of the program. I have an interview set up, lined up, and that interview is coming up in a short bit. Also, the discussion about, well, how many of you are aware that the president of Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Paula May Weeks, the president of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Paula May Weeks, would have broken her silence, as some people are saying, about, the violence against women. And today she would have made a statement, about the violence, and she would have talked about how she dealt with, how she felt the pain of the nation in the midst of the situation. There are some people who saying that it's too late for her comments. There's some people who saying that she should have spoken earlier. There are some people who saying that, better late than never. So we have all these talking points on what the president had to say. Also, there was lined up to be another candlelight, or a what was it? Signing of some petition. All right, a signing of a petition at Woodford Square, and now we're hearing that the person who organized the signing of the petition is saying that it is how the mayor of Port of Spain has made it political, when the mayor of Port of Spain is saying that he had nothing to do with that, he don't know nothing about it. It went to the council, and the council would have given the approval based on what the CMO had to say, and the CMO would have said that, the amount of people that they were catering for wasn't going to be safe, and so the CMO had his decision to make based on it, but it has now become a political discussion. So those are some of the things that are being discussed all together now with the celebration of International Women's Day, and I had the privilege of praying with the Women's League of the PNM on Saturday, thanks to Ms. Sharon Felix, and it was a privilege and an honor to be there praying for the women, praying with and for women of Trinidad and Tobago. So those are some of the things that are making the news. The discussion continues, as I said earlier on, about the president. Has she spoken too late? Right? Has she spoken too late? I'm seeing on the news where gay rights activist Colin has died. I don't know how many of you remember Colin. Colin was a young man who would have taken the country, taken the state to court to deal with gay rights and stuff like that. I'm seeing where also making the news, this young man, what's his name? Kurt Waite, has ramped up his call for the commissioner to go, and based on, as we and I'm keep asking, if you have the video, the PCA, based on my questioning and asking, I would have made a phone call up to this morning to find out from the PCA, or the office of the PCA, if they would have gotten the video footage of the young man who they said was in police custody, or when the police went to his home, would have beaten him up and whatever. So they're still waiting on the video footage from that. Remember, there was a whole Express article written about that. So we're still waiting on that story. Well, that, how do they put it? Those videos to make it public, or if not to make it public, but give it to the PCA so that they can do what they have to do. Okay? So I'm getting ready to go to an interview in a short bit. But I'll take your calls, 342-0081. Do you think that the president took too long to answer? 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning, Pastor Google.
Hi, morning. Happy Independent Women's Day. I say independent. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you so much, and I too would also like to wish all the women of Trinidad and Tobago a happy International Women's Day, and just a very small quote to all women from Maya Angelou. If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. And that, I think, give us the strength to do what we have to do in these trying times, because we are the mothers, we are the keepers, we are the power brokers, we are the ones who stand side by side with men. I no longer believe in standing behind the men, stand side by side with men to give that strength and comfort as they would also give us. And I would just like to say in this situation with the president that is it ever too late to speak about issues that concern women or crime or violence? The room is always there to keep speaking. So to me, it's not whether it's late or early. Had she spoken early, what would she have changed? Had she spoken late, what would have changed? The change has to come not only with mind, but the change also has to come with the laws that this government is before the parliament trying to pass that could give us some comfort as women in the society and people in the society, while the opposition is there frustrating from what we are seeing the government from putting these laws in place. So while the Candlelight Group is marching, and they are saying that why people of African descent are not out there in numbers, and we more seeing persons of Indian descent, I also want to say probably the reason why we are not out there, one, is because being out there, what you are looking for is for the government to put things in place. The government of this country, who we all say is our African government, they are putting things in place with laws and all that. And it has been frustrated by the party that you all say is the Indian party. So then what are we trying to prove? What are we trying to gain at the end of the day? Our government is trying to put laws in place that will help protect us even more with our personal responsibility as women. And there's our opposition who say that there's a mother, they are the mother, and there's the grandmother and all that. And they are there frustrating the government from putting those laws into place. And then you have people outside marching for policies to be put into place. So they're kind of confusing the whole thing. And I'm saying it's never too late for anybody to speak about what has happened in our society, because this is an ever-evolving situation and all voices on deck. If the president has now taken her choice to speak now, I don't see why it should be an issue that she speak too late or she didn't speak. Has Kamala Prasad-Bissessar spoken at all? Has anybody at the UNC side spoken at all, females? Have the Women's League of the UNC or the Women's Group, whatever, have they spoken about it? So why are we with who speak now and who speak now? We are speaking, and that is what we need in this country. Let us speak. Women, let your voices be heard now and forever and ever. Happy International Day again to your family, your wife, and all the females in your family, and again to Trinidad and Tobago. Bye.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Pastor Google. I never see nobody with no petition to abolish child marriage in this country. Wasn't that not violence against women or children? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, just I want to write down this number. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yes, good morning, Pastor Google.
Hi, good morning.
Yes. I listened to you good on the conversation that you're carrying on. I listened to the president last night, and you see, people in this country play too much a game, big people. And I play all my games when I was small. When I was a little boy, I play all kind of games, football, cricket, spinning top, marble, pitching, all kind of things. And now I get big. I don't need to play no games. The people of this country must know it's laws that govern a country. No, if they're demonstrating for the people who in power to do the right thing. And they know that Kamala Prasad-Bissessar has more power than the president. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar has more power than the president. She duty is to sit in parliament, where the taxpayers is paying her to do the job and help the government put good laws in place that anybody do any crime in the country, that we could deal with them. Having this candlelight vision and all kind of game they're playing, that is only for their own political agenda that they're pushing there. Political agenda. What about the one that gets your neck sling off, coming down by Kamla and them down there? They never come out and demonstrate about that. And about the brutal murder, all murder brutal, but that one, you know, and they sit quiet. So what is it they're trying to tell me? And the president, right, she has no power. She cannot do that. Only doing the right thing, only demonstrating, but demonstrate and go to the right people and tell them, sit down and pass the law. That game they're playing, that's a political game. And using Andrea Barrett as a victim, and using her name, using her parents and them. That game, let us keep out of that. Let me say it plain. I see that as an Indian agenda that they're pushing about the pulling in few Africans to make people feel that they're running fair and square. It is not. Go tell Kamala, sit down in Parliament and pass the laws to have people in this country will be tried anytime they violate the law. Have a blessed day, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. So I am going to be joined the interview now. All right. I'm going to be joined with an interview now. So you have to join me on Facebook and YouTube to see who I'm having the interview with. All right. You can't stay. You have to join me on Facebook and on YouTube to see who I'm having this interview with today. All right. You have to join me. If you don't join me, you wouldn't see this person who I'm having this interview with today. I'm really excited about this interview. Why? Because today's International Women's Day, and today is International Women's Day. I'm going to have this interview with this lovely young lady who has had she has had I wouldn't say anything else yet, but I want to see the numbers on Facebook and on YouTube go up first before I go on to my interview. So if you want to see who I'm going to interview today, I'm interviewing a young lady. She's a senator. She is a mother, a wife. She has been very vocal publicly. I'm going to try to have another interview too in a short bit, but I'm going to introduce this person who I'm going to be interviewing today. So if you're not on the live, you need to come on the live now. You need to join me on our Facebook Live by typing in the Street 919 FM. She's dressed for the occasion. Oh, man. All right, so you need to join me now on the live so that you can see who I am going to interview today. All right. So if you join me now, just type in the Street 919 FM on Facebook. Also on YouTube, just type in IWER TV. So I think I'm going to show you now who I have lined up for an interview today. Good morning, ma'am. Okay, you're not hearing her as yet. I'm not hearing you. You have something. All right, I'm now hearing you.
Happy International Women's Day. Hello.
All right, I think I'm now hearing you better.
You hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Wonderful. Good morning, Pastor Google.
Good morning.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the wonderful women of Trinidad and Tobago. Happy International Women's Day. What a pleasure it is to be here. Thank you for having me, Pastor Google.
Well, it's my pleasure to have you. All right, it is my pleasure to have you. So tell me, you are a wife, a mother. You are actively involved in politics in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, this is Miss Laurel Lizama Leasing. All right, a young woman who is really, really actively involved in the day-to-day runnings of Trinidad and Tobago. Not just only in the politics, but even in raising her own children. So today is Independence. No, today is International
You're
Women's
doing it
Day.
again.
I did it on Saturday. I did it on Saturday. Today is International Women's Day, and I want to again say to you, Happy International Women's Day. And I really hope that you celebrate this day in the best way you know how. So
Thank you very much.
What I wanted to talk to you about, and why I asked to have this interview with you, as a young woman who is involved in the politics of Trinidad and Tobago, you belong to an organization which is the People's National Movement, which has given you an opportunity as a young woman to speak on behalf of issues that confront us today. How do you feel as a young woman given that opportunity?
It's an honor and a privilege. It's an absolute honor. It's a privilege, and it is a humongous responsibility. I sit both as a senator, a government senator in the upper house of Parliament, the Senate of Trinidad and Tobago, in this 12th Republican Parliament. I also serve as the public relations officer of the People's National Movement. And I've been serving in this capacity for just over 2 years as the elected public relations officer. And in both portfolios, it has been a tremendous challenge. Not a negative challenge whatsoever, but it has been a challenge because there are so many things that you need to do, that you have to do, that you must do, and that you must commit yourself to doing. So in speaking as a parliamentary, as a member of parliament, a senator, this is a platform that only 16 people on the government side, 6 people on the opposition side, and 9 people on the independent bench. So 16 plus 9 is 25, plus 6 is 31. 31 people in this country out of a population of 1.3 million people, 31 of us have the opportunity to stand in Parliament and participate in the upper house to advocate for, to speak on, and to determine and champion legislation, to determine and champion issues and matters relevant to our national community. I'll never forget, this is my second stint in the Senate. I was first appointed in the Senate in 2007 under then Prime Minister Patrick Manning. I had just turned 26 years old. Wow. And I remember my first, I had just turned 26. I remember my first entry into the foray in the Senate. Senator Wade Mark, then leader of opposition bench, and again the leader of the opposition bench in this term as well. He said to me, and I want to know what young Laura Lizama Leasing is doing for the unemployed mothers, the unemployed single young mothers in Trinidad and Tobago. And I remember that got me thinking. I said, no, I really need to use this platform to really amplify the voices of the voiceless. So I took it upon myself to engage with a number of female organizations and a number of youth organizations as well. And I interacted with them regularly to get feedback whenever I had to contribute. In this regard, though I am fairly young-ish, sort of, I no longer fall in the category of youth, but I will forever be in the category of female. And this time around, there are a couple of senators who are younger than I am. 3 or 4 members are younger than I am, and they are championing the voice of the youth. But nothing deters me from speaking on youth, but nothing more importantly prevents me from speaking as a woman. And more importantly, I now have the experience of being a mother, a wife, an auntie, and a godmother to so many children around. And this is a platform that I cannot take for granted whenever I'm as I can. And outside of the Parliament, in my role as public relations officer, I also advocate as best as I can, primarily from party lines, but I'm always willing to champion women's causes. I am the past immediate president of the Past People's Association of St. Joseph's Convent, Port of Spain, which is an all-girls school, where this school, the institution, molds and shapes the minds of many of the young future leaders of this country. I also sit on the...
So what would you say to a young woman who wants to aspire to be like Laurel one day? Some young lady might be listening, some young lady who may be looking at you in the Senate, who may be looking at you and saying, look at how Laurel has it all together. You know, Laurel appears to have it all together. And they look at you and they are aspiring to be like you one day. A young woman started off in the Senate at the age of 23, you said?
No, 26.
26?
The youngest age for the Senate was 25, and I had just turned 26.
So at the age of 26, you were given a grand opportunity to sit in the Senate and represent women. You will be written, your name, Laurel Lizama Lising, will be written down in the history books of Trinidad and Tobago as one of the women who were in the Senate. But there are other young women, as I said before, who may be looking at you and will be saying to themselves, I want to be like Laurel. I want to be able to dress nice, look nice, be able to stand out and speak on behalf of not just women, but the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. What would you tell them? What advice would you give to them?
So, loaded question there, I think. There are three things that stand out to me in what you've just put to me. Appears to have it all together. Appears to have it all together. Young women aspire to be like somebody and to stand out. And those are three things that I am very guarded against, actually, to an extent. I may appear to have it all together, but believe it or not, and I'm sure you would absolutely believe it, I don't. And I don't know that there's any woman who can honestly say that she has it all together. No woman can stand and do what she can, what she does alone. For instance, I am here, I am functioning at home right now. I'm working from home, sitting and talking to you on my iPad, and my laptop is over here, my desktop is on the other side. But I'm home with three little girls who I must be a role model to, and who are all in primary school, my three daughters. There are times when I have to scramble to get things done. I have to rely very heavily on a support network that I've created, and a support network that also exists. My sisters, my in-laws are very supportive. My husband, of course, is tremendously supportive as well. And there's nothing that I can do without this support. But my sisters, and I have some friends who I can call upon at the drop of a hat, who will come and lend their support when I need to be on duty elsewhere. So the apparition, the illusion, looking as if we have it all together, it doesn't happen. I remember reading an article about an interview about the Pepsi CEO. She was an Indian woman from India, and she was the CEO of Pepsi. And she argued that there's no way you can have it all together. And here she was, top echelon of private enterprise, and she was sacrificing her family. Her children always asked her, when are you coming home? And her mother had to come live with her to give her that support. Aspire to. I would encourage young people, young women particularly, to look at the good qualities in several role models and mentors around you. Because as much as each of us would have a good quality, we probably all have weak spots as well. We definitely all have weak spots as well. But what you need to aspire to, and this is my message to the young women, aspire to be the best that you can be. Make promises to yourselves, young women. Promise to be the best you can be. Promise to be honest. Promise to be diligent. Promise to put your best foot forward. And on days when you need to take that mental health break and say, I need a time out, take that time out. But then pick yourself back up the next day and continue going, because the race is not for the swiftest, but for who can endure the journey. And the final thing is stand out. For me, definitely, although I am in very public spaces, I actually am not, and it might not appear that way, I do not necessarily fancy being in the public light at all. Because when you are in the public eye, you are under intense scrutiny. Your family comes under intense scrutiny. I remember in 2010, I was pregnant with my first daughter, and we were having the snap election, and I was the candidate for the Arima constituency. And I remember I was 5 months pregnant, and people are putting, she's going to give birth to a litter of pothounds, and there's some cruel, mean, terrible things. And this is my unborn child. that people were putting very, very vile messages about. And so once you come into the public domain, you become, to an extent, public property, but you become very much subject to public abuse. People will make up lies about you, say all sorts of things about you. And so it is part of the thing, but you must endeavor as a woman to ensure that you do not perpetuate that kind of nonsense, because that is unacceptable.
Wow. That is deep. That is deep. Why I say that? Because you would have shared with the listeners and the viewers that, you know, in the midst of the politics, and you shared why you don't like the public life, because it's nasty. And some of the things that you would have gone through, men haven't gone through it. You have never heard a man espousing the view that you just shared, where somebody's saying to him nasty things like that about his children or about his family.
Yeah.
You know, and that is sad. But in the midst of all of that, you still choose to serve your country in the Senate.
Yes. I will say yes every time. Because no matter what people throw at you, if your heart is pure and if your intentions are genuine, there's nothing that will keep you down. I firmly believe that politics is one of the best avenues to be able to advocate change and bring about change in your community, in your society, in your country, and of course, that redounds to a better world all around. And who better to do it than the women? I think women are such creative beings, resilient beings, and this is not to discount the role of men. I love our men very, very, very much, and make no bones about that. But I really believe that most women have this genuine passion and capability to put themselves, to wholly immerse themselves into whatever their sphere is, and to come out and execute excellent projects and come out with outstanding results. And very often you see teams where there are many women participating in that, having excellent outcomes. And women, we must believe in our potential. It is important for women to believe in our potential, because I was listening to Brian Lewis, who is the president of CANOC and Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. He believes the future is female. He always talks about the future is female, and he posts during this pandemic, he has taken the opportunity to conduct several webinars, many of which focus heavily on women leadership, women in sports. And yesterday he conducted one of those as well with regional sport leaders around the world. And it was very interesting. I heard Nicole Hovitz. It's the second time I've heard her on a panel, and she always talks about women in leadership. And when women get to the top, remember to send the elevator back down to bring other women up to you, and to try not to be the one to shut the door and prevent women from coming up. Now, we have seen that happen before in Trinidad and Tobago, playing out in the public domain. But we have to choose not to be those types of women.
So seeing that you have mentioned that, then you have now put me in a position to ask you, who are you mentoring other young women? Let's just say, apart from the politics, apart from the party politics, are there other independent young women that you have been mentoring to one day take your position?
Outside, within the party, yes, I am mentoring several people within the party to take my position. Several. Right. I have created a very excellent network of young women. I surround myself with young women of great potential. Some of the people I work closely with include Senator Renuka Segram Singh Suklal. She is on my PR committee. Councillor Janice Scott, who 10 years ago, when I was a candidate in 2010, she was my youth speaker at 14 years old, and she's now 25 and the youngest councillor on the River Corporation. I met and I interact closely with Councillor Nicole Young, and I think she's excellent. And so I keep a core team of very good young women with great potential around me. And as I said, outside of the politics, St. Joseph's Convent Police Spain has a very close space in my heart. And I served for president for 3 years, and I did all that I could to mentor as many people as I can in that community and to support as many people as I could have. And the Past People's Association, we really, we had some fantastic people before. The association grew tremendously over those 3 years. And I think it redounded to the benefit of hundreds of young women. And as I said in Girl Guides as well, I am an active member of the Council of the Girl Guides of Trinidad and Tobago. And that is a platform for me to interact frequently and I'm always available to them. Beyond that, there are some rural communities that I work closely with, and there are some members of those rural communities, and this is outside, completely outside of politics, and I work closely with some of those women who have potential to become leaders in their communities in different spheres outside of that. So,
okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. So,
can I add one thing, please?
Sure.
Can I just add one thing? There is, so I'm going to start playing the lotto very regularly until I have, my mother died in 2009. She died in November 2009. My mother was a primary school teacher. And when she died, I was jolted into reality because of the number of people who came to my family when Mommy died. And my memory of my mother and our home, we lived in a very simple 3-bedroom house in Arima. Very simple. My parents had 6 children, my mother, father, and 6 children in this house. And I have so many strong memories of families coming, because we lived the street away from my primary school where my mother taught. And families coming and my mother providing shelter for women whose homes, as a teacher, you become a mediator, you become priest, judge, doctor, everything as a teacher, because some families allow you so intimately into their lives. And my mother was one of those charismatic people who people believed in and who people trusted. And I had so many people come stay by us. If it was for a night, a week, we had people up to a month staying in our home. And our family home is still there in Arima. And the reason I say I want to play the lotto is because I would really love to establish our home into a halfway house. I'm talking about, and I'm speaking it into reality now, because that is my mission for the next 2 years. I want to turn my home, my mother's house in Arima, into a halfway house, because too many women are victims of domestic violence. Too many children have caused to witness abuse in the family. In most instances, the father abusing the mother. In some instances, the mother, it is a reality, abusing the father. And that is something that I really, really would like to see. And that is my passion project for the next few years, to really have that opportunity to provide a safe space for battered women, particularly in the Arima area, because Arima will always be my home community. So that's something that I really would like to work on as my passion project. As we're speaking about International Women's Day and women in society.
Okay. All right. Thanks very, very much for sharing that. And you sharing that says that you do have a heart for your community, and not just your community, but for the nation, because you are looking to do something independent of politics. This has nothing to do with the politics now. This has to do with a heart that you have grown up seeing with your mom being there and reaching out to women. And one of my main reasons for interviewing you today is to show people that apart from the politics and apart from the limelight that you are in, there are other aspects of you that people need to know about. As you said, you are a mother, you are a wife, and your heart for battered women, a woman who may be going through issues that they need to be saved or tucked away and safe from. And that's important, because some people might see Laurel Izama Leasing as is a independent, vicious politics woman who don't care about nobody else, and she have money, them business fixed, and that's how people sometimes view you.
Yes. And that's correct. That's very, very correct. Many people have wrong perceptions. Not all politicians, because we have a platform, it doesn't automatically mean that we are vile, that we have money. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that we only care about certain things or self-aggrandizement or our own promotion. There are many female politicians, or in fact maybe all the female politicians that I have encountered are all multidimensional. Most of them, not all, are all multidimensional. Everybody has a passion outside of the politics. And that passion perhaps is what actually drove them into the politics. Whether it's a passion for teaching, a passion for community service, a passion for whatever the cause might have been. So very often you see that. And it's important for people to know that politicians, and I speak for myself, Jen, definitely I speak for myself, and I'm certain I speak for many, that we are so much more. We feel, we cry, we bleed, and this is such a harsh environment, but we are resilient. We are very, very resilient. And you wouldn't know that we're crying on the inside and bawling down the place on the inside, but we will stand there with you and for you, very importantly.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you very much for taking my Zoom call.
Certainly, thank you.
And, before you leave, there is a discussion in the public domain about the president, the president of Trinidad and Tobago now speaking out on the issues confronting women. And there's some people of the perception that it's too late, right? And there's some people who are saying that, yes, we appreciate her speaking now. What is your view?
Her Excellency is an astute attorney, judge, and now president of our country. And let me congratulate her. We must always honor and recognize she's a powerful woman by virtue of all of her accomplishments, and particularly for being the first female president. Every time her entourage passes and my children are in the car, I say, girls, look, it's our president. And they're like, President Paula, the lady, yeah. They're very excited about it. But as I said, she's a very astute woman. She knows what she's about, and I will not question her judgment about it. You see, the passing of Andrea Barrett and Ashanti Riley, it has affected, I want to believe, every single citizen in this country, and not just the two of them, the other women as well, who have all suffered such terrible fates at the hands of
monsters.
People with malicious intent. People with malicious intent and who act on that malicious intent. And Madam President felt it best to speak out on this occasion of International Women's, and I think it's an excellent opportunity for us to really, let's remove the emotion now, because we've all been excessively emotional about it, and rightfully so. But now, let's speak candidly about what we are going to do as individuals and collectively as different communities, whether it's in your sporting networks, in your churches. What are we really going to do about it to make sure it doesn't happen again, and to make sure this is not a 9-day mentality? We just, last week, there was a 53-year-old woman who had just moved in and people were screaming, and then her partner is now held for questioning rather, not charged. And I'm hardly hearing anything about it. So I want us to get to take out the emotion, take out the personal feelings about it, and let's talk about what we are going to do to make the difference. And I think it's an opportune time for Madam President to have joined in now. Her voice might have been lost amidst the noise, amidst the public outcry, the justifiable public outrage. But I think I welcome Madam President's comments, and I do hope that we choose to challenge what is existing right now, all men and women, that we choose to challenge what is existing right now and really do our collective and individual parts to ensure that there will be no more Andreas, Vonettas, Ashantis, no more. We don't need any more of those.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you again for taking my Zoom call.
Thank you.
And I know that I have some more interviews to do with you because we have some issues that we need to deal with. We need to clarify, especially where there are people who are questioning the achievements of this government, and if there are any achievements at all.
Let's talk about that.
So we have to set a date where you can come in and fully educate the listeners on the achievements of this government.
Most certainly. Make sure you set aside a long time, huh? So
I
we
will.
can talk about it and we can have people call in and we can answer these questions as well.
I will.
So certainly.
I will.
So let me thank you for this opportunity. And again, I want to wish all of the women, and permit me to recognize, please, if you don't mind, just one more minute of your time, permit me to recognize all of those women who have been in the front line throughout the course of this pandemic.
Yes.
Whether it's the doctors, the nurses, the mothers who have had to really adjust their schedules to be with their children, the teachers, the principal of my children's school, Mrs. Elizabeth Crouch, she has worked wonders along with her team to ensure that our children, the children of that school, have the opportunity to participate in online classes. I want to say a special mention to the ministers of education as well, Dr. Leanne Gatsby-Dolly and her minister in the ministry. They have done a magnificent job in pushing through. And a special good afternoon to the mothers of politicians, because there are many mothers of politicians who also have to be praying for their children and non-stop and support, and who are there supporting, standing in the gap for their children. And so I just send all my love to them in a personal capacity, and my love to the women from the People's National Movement.
Wow, thank you very, very much, Ms. Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Lizama Leasing. And as I said, I hope to have you in studio to deal with those other issues that we talked about.
Certainly, looking forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
God
Have
bless.
a great day, Trinidad and Tobago. Bye-bye. Bye, Pastor Google.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I just want to thank Ms. Leasing again for being with me. And you just heard a real great interview. I believe that it would have showed you a different side of Ms. Leasing that some of you are not aware of. Now, I'm going to try to get someone else after lunch to interview. Some of you may not like who I'm going to get, but if we're doing this, let's do it. All right? So I'm going to try to get someone else. I'm not going to say who it is, but I would say to you that you have to look forward to this one. All right? So don't touch your dial. We're getting ready to go to the news in a short bit. Stick and stay right here on the street. 919 FM.
Kingdom artists again. Hey. I wanna tell you.
So as I said to you, this song is a young lady from Tobago. And I know that some of you like the song. Some of you have been asking me to play it from time to time. Some of you missed hearing it. So I'm going to play it for you today. A lot.
Kingdom artists again. Hey. I wanna tell you about the goodness of Jesus towards me. I could remember where God brought me from, how He took me out the mud and He saved my life from drowning. I used to walk around with my face down in the ground. Depression was my drug.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. Services are held on Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Sunday School and 9:30 a.m. morning worship. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Poor Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
Your experience while you were in Australia, since you started taking the Excel, something changed. Tell us about that experience.
I have a bad shoulder from wear and tear.
Yeah.
So I was taking an injection every 3 months to play each tournament.
Yeah.
And since I started taking the Omega, I haven't took the injection since. I'm feeling a big difference within my body.
Yeah.
It's something I have to take. It becomes a part of me now.
Yeah.
So I take it every day. Who wants to deal with pain? Now I don't have to because of Omega XL.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
The Archdiocese of the West Indian United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order, Inc., with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ. He and his diocese would be on IWER stage on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2021, from 6 p.m. This is the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconian Prohibition Ordinance, and the theme is Fulfilling Our Spiritual Liberation. His Eminence, Patriarch Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace, Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Rathmith. Join the live virtual Wayside Spiritual Baptist service live on the Street 919 FM Facebook and IWER TV on YouTube. Made possible through the National Congress of Incorporated Spiritual Baptist Organizations of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marival Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.9 FM, Street Live, Port of Spain, Marival.
The Gap Man Limited
Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
When you text on the street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on The Street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance, beat all talk.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the Street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. It's time for your news at 12 noon on the Street 919 FM, online, Facebook, and YouTube, courtesy the Sea Champion. In the headlines, the MSJ warns that the removal of super fuel will bring more suffering to citizens. One man critical after early morning home invasion in Mount Dore. And in news overseas, Jamaica records a third straight day of record COVID-19 infections. With the details, I am Jason Shields. Movement for Social Justice leader David Abdullah is warning the government against taking any decision to remove super gasoline from the fuel market. During a press conference at the party's office in San Fernando on Saturday, Mr. Abdullah said such a decision would hit citizens hard. Last week, Energy Minister Franklin Khan confirmed that while the proposal had been taken before the cabinet to remove super gasoline from the fuel market, he said no decision has been taken yet. Mr. Abdullah said that they are very concerned about the liberalization of the fuel market and what that is going to mean to fuel prices. Therefore, the cost of transportation and the cost of living as other prices go up when transportation cost goes up. The MSJ leader said that when prices increase, more citizens will suffer, and therefore more and more people in Trinidad and Tobago, as working people and the poor, get their heads literally to drown in debt and in poverty. A 33-year-old man is in critical condition after a home invasion at his Champlain home early this morning. According to police, Anthony Raymond was at his home on Esmeralda Drive with a relative when they heard a banging on their front door at around 1:10 a.m. The intruders broke down the door, when they went to Raymond's bedroom and shot him several times before taking off. He was rushed to the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex where he had emergency surgery. He was hit twice in the chest and once in his back, midsection, knee, and elbow. He is expected to have further surgery during today. Investigators from the St. Joseph CID and Northern Division CSI went to the house and are continuing inquiries. Finally, in news overseas, the Minister of Health and Wellness in Jamaica, Dr. Christopher Tufton, via Twitter this morning reported 878 positive COVID-19 cases, confirming a third consecutive day of record infections. The latest update comes just a day after Dr. Tufton took to social media to plead with Jamaicans to take precautions against the spread of the virus. On Sunday, the minister stated to his public that he was sorry if some people were offended by his straight and plain talk, but it was very important that everyone appreciate and understand the consequences of their actions. He said that Jamaicans were not trying hard enough and that the recent spread was that too many Jamaicans were ignoring the need for personal responsibility. That was a look at your 12 noon news on the street, 919 FM, online, Facebook, and YouTube, courtesy the Sea Champion. Recapping the headlines. The MSJ warns that the removal of superfuel will bring more suffering to citizens. One man critical after early morning home invasion in Mount Dore. And in news overseas, Jamaica records a third straight day of record COVID-19 infections. Stay with us for more news on the street, 919 FM. The Street Sport Report comes up at 1 p.m. News briefs come up at 2 p.m. And one final major newscast is on the way at 4 p.m. I am Jason Shields. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
And faithful, ever true. We lift our hands and sing all praises to the King of matchless worth, a of matchless worth. We come and we offer praises to you. We salute Father, Spirit, and Son. For it's the least that we with each new day. That's why I praise you. And for this I give you for waking me up this morning. Hallelujah. Hey, for starting me on my way. Oh, let me see the sunshine of a brand new day. Oh, mercies along with each new day. Oh, yeah. That's why I praise you. Oh, hallelujah for this. For this I give you praise. He's Jehovah Jireh. Lord, you've been a provider. Hallelujah. You see, so many times you met our needs. So many times He was there and you rescued you and me. I want to thank you for the many, many blessings you give to me each and every day. Oh, that's why I praise you. I praise you, Lord. Oh, this I give you Lord, for every mountain you safely brought me over. Hallelujah. For every trial you seen me through. Oh, for every every mountain in my life, you brought me over. For every trial, you see trials come to make you strong. Hallelujah. You see me through. For every blessing, you see He blesses us every morning, every day. Every morning your blessings are. Hallelujah. And for this, Lord, I give you for every
what you must avoid. Guaranteed to drive you paranoid. Negative people, oh gosh. Negative people. They exist just to kill your dream, all your passion and your self-esteem. Negative people, oh gosh. Negative people. You alone control how far you could go. So take another road when they tell you no. To make you feel gun shy is their only game. Oh, oh. No matter how they try, they can't out your flame. So no matter what you meet in life, no matter the pain or strife, don't give up, no, don't give up. You only fail when you fail to try, so don't stop trying. Winners never quit, quitters never win. So when the mountain you start to climb, one thing I want you to bear in mind: don't give up. No, 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 don't give up. You wanna reach where the air is red, shine from deep within. Winners never quit, quitters never win. One thing that come and wrong in rap, soul aim in life is to make you stop. Negative people, oh gosh, negative people. They just don't want you to get ahead. They cut you down by talking instead. Negative people, negative people. Jealousy is all that beats in their hearts. Instead of lifting up, they just tear apart. Never motivate, never mentor one youth. Oh, oh. Pure hate is all that they contribute. So no matter what you meet in life, in your back door they drive the knife. Don't give up, no, don't give up. You only fail when you fail to try, so never stop trying. Winners never quit, quitters never win. And when you slip and you start to slide, with every breath that you have inside, don't give up. No, 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 don't give up. You wanna reach where the air is red, in your heart just sing. Quitters never win. Oh yeah. Oh, oh. I see them smirking all day long, with the peacock and the movie long. Negative people, oh gosh, negative people. How I dress, how I comb my hair, what's the price of the clothes I wear? Negative people, negative people. Great minds discuss ideas I learn from small. Small minds discuss people all day, that's all. So when they come all day and they disrespect, oh, oh, they just exposing the size of their intellect. Tell them, you could this, you could jump in me, hit me with your negativity. I won't give up, no, 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 won't give up. You only fail when you fail to try, so though the down's rolling, never quit, quitters never win. So when you feel that you reach the brink, when the man tries swim or sink, don't give up, no, don't give up. I wanna reach where the air is red, so once my heart beats in, quitters never win. Long ago when I
All right, so good afternoon again, Trinidad and Tobago. I am back with you here on the Street 919 FM, Facebook and YouTube. Just type in Street 919 FM on Facebook and IWER TV on YouTube, and you're going to see me here live in the studio. Again, I want to thank Miss Laurel Zamali Singh for taking my call. Nocturne, if you don't want to hear so much of gospel, you could change, you know. You don't have to log on to the Street 919 FM to hear all that gospel. As you're saying, all this gospel, wow, help us, help much. Yeah, well, you could go on that frequently, go somewhere else. Anyway, let me not say anything. You know, they will say how I need anger management, so let me leave that alone. But I have some breaking news I want to deal with today. Something is happening in the Caribbean. Something is happening, and I want to address it. I want to talk about it. I want to deal with it today. Something is happening. I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but something is happening in Jamaica. Something is happening in Jamaica, and I want to show you a video. First of all, of a church. What happened in a church in Jamaica? All right? What happened in a church in Jamaica? I want to show you that, and I also want to show you of another clip of a situation that's happened. Something is going on in Jamaica, and those of you who want to see this video, you need to join me on Facebook and on YouTube to see firsthand what took place in a church in Jamaica. The situation took place in a church in Jamaica, and it made news, but this, on the heels of this situation that took place in this church in Jamaica, something else happened, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you join me on Facebook and on YouTube now, you're going to see the video of what I want to show you. I'm going to put up the video now. Primetime News. If you go onto our Facebook page, The Street 919 FM, or you go onto our YouTube page, IWER TV, I'm already queued up. I've already queued up the video to show you of this situation that is happening in Jamaica. All right? So the police in Jamaica would have visited a church. All right? And I want to show you what took place. After I show you this, then I want you to listen to another clip that I have. So I'm waiting for you to join me on Facebook and on YouTube for you to see what's going on. I need for you to join me on Facebook and on YouTube. Type in The Street 919 FM on Facebook, and on YouTube you just have to type in IWER TV, and I want you to see what took place at a church in Jamaica. And after I show you what happened in the church in Jamaica, I want to show you what is going on in Jamaica also. All right? What is happening in Jamaica. Now, while we in Trinidad and Tobago are playing games and we want to pretend as though we're not understanding what is going on, this is right up the road from us, Jamaica. So let me play for you. I'm going to play for you what happened in Jamaica at a church. All right? So you have to join me to see what's going on.
Welcome back to Primetime News, and again, a special welcome if you're watching online at onespotmedia.com. The police in St. Anne were met with strong resistance from members of a church as the lawmen attempted to stop praise and worship yesterday. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has ordered that churches resort to online service for the next 3 weeks as part of measures to contain the spread of the coronavirus. But at the City of Refuge End Time Prophetic Ministries, it was business as usual on Tuesday. Janella Press News has that story.
Tuesday, 12:30 p.m., Windsor, St. Anne's Bay. The crowd was growing outside the City of Refuge End Time Prophetic Ministries. This as police swarmed the property because church was in session inside. The congregation, not fazed by the sight of the cops, continued their praise and worship. There were over 50 people in the room, including children. The environment ripe for the spread of COVID-19. No masks, no social distancing, lots of touching and holding hands. For over an hour, the police and health officials attempted to reason with the members, but they were ignored until...
The Holy Ghost against you. You leave out and get a chance to speak. You come back in the congregation. Do not speak to my congregation. You're responsible for down here. The Holy Ghost is upon the church. No, I will tell them to go home. I'm in charge. I am in charge. God placed me in charge. You can't tell them to go home. I will tell them. I need God place you on the head.
The woman in the firing line of the now enraged pastor is the acting medical officer of health for St. Anne, Dr. Tamika Henry. The clergywoman was emphatic that the government was not in charge of her church.
I'm not afraid of government. I'm not afraid of the law. I've been to prison many times, but the kingdom of God is at hand. You're all blind. I don't see the mark of the beast is here. You're all blind. But the mask can save you. Why blood block with sickness? And the mask can't save the sickness that is coming. You see, can you see sickness? Can you see sickness? You're covering yourself from something you can't see.
She eventually relented and was led to a waiting police vehicle, the congregants following close by.
But a female from the church. A female from the church. Hello, I'm speaking here. The rest of you, what happens to tell on the go and pray.
Pastor Christine McLean, along with 2 members of the church, were subsequently charged under the Disaster Risk Management Act. The pastor was also charged with disorderly conduct and assault at common law. They're booked to appear in the St. Anne's Bay Parish Court on the 4th of May. Janella Precious, TVJ News.
Ah, boy. I would have played that for you all to hear what's happening in Jamaica. All right, so you all saw that, but I want you to join me because I have another video I want to show. I have another video I would like to show you guys. So I want you to join me on Facebook. I'm not taking any calls right now. I'm not taking any calls about now. I'm showing you some videos for you to see what's happening right now in Jamaica. All right, I'm going to show you another video. So you need to join me on Facebook and on YouTube to see this other video that I'm about to show. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube now because I have another video I want to show you. And I want you to listen to what's going on in Jamaica. All right? Join me on Facebook and on YouTube now. And as you come on to our Facebook page and onto our YouTube page, I want you to see what's going on in Jamaica. I want you to see what is happening presently in Jamaica. All right, so listen to this. If you're on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page, you would see I've already queued up a video to play. So all who complaining and opening borders and all these different things, listen to this.
Yesterday, March 6, we had a 35.9% positivity rate with some 723 Jamaicans testing positive for the coronavirus.
What? 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 No. I'm going to play that again. I'm going to play that again. You all didn't hear what the guy just said? Nah, man. You all didn't hear what he just said. You need to join me on Facebook and on YouTube now because I'm going to play it for you to hear. I want you to look at this video and I'm about to play. Madness, somebody is saying, oh my God, Lord have mercy. Go onto our YouTube and Facebook page and listen to this.
Yesterday, March 6, we had a 35.9% positivity rate with some 723 Jamaicans testing positive for the coronavirus. Let that sink in. Let it sink in that that positivity rate means that our hospitals are going to come under pressure, significant pressure. Let it sink in that our public health workers, our nurses, our doctors are going to find it very difficult to cope with those who come in and need medical care. Let it sink in that it means longer waits, it means persons having to suffer for longer periods before they can get a bed, and generally speaking, a health system that is going to experience significant stress and fatigue. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaicans, the truth is we're not trying hard enough. I accept that the government has a responsibility. But let us be clear, a lot of the spread that is taking place in this country is because too many of us are ignoring the need for personal responsibilities. I just drove through Halfway Tree, and for every one person I saw in the center, only 10% were wearing their mask. That's 1 in 10. That's not good enough. It must sink into all of us that the government alone, the public health system alone, our nurses, our doctors alone, the cabinet of Jamaica alone cannot address this virus and its spread and the consequences that it will have on our people. It must sink in that 723 persons in one day, and more importantly, over 3 out of every 10 persons tested are positive, means that corona is right across the length of our population. It must sink in that if you continue to have the parties, the drink-ups, if you continue to ignore the protocols around gatherings, and you congregate and you don't wear the mask, then the chances of your getting the coronavirus are real, and the probability is increasing. And when you get to the hospital, the chances of your getting a bed is going to become less and less. Jamaicans, people will die. It's as simple as that. I am sorry if some persons are offended by this straight and plain talk, but I believe that it is very important that all of us appreciate and understand the consequences of our action. This is not an attempt to rid government of its responsibilities, contrary to what some may say or some may think. The truth is, we do not have enough policemen or soldiers to police every shop in Jamaica, to police every beach in Jamaica, to look over every single individual in this country. And it is downright unfair for persons to blame our public health officials, our public health team, our doctors and our nurses when they cannot get through at the hospital because they are there because they went to the party that they should not have gone to, or to the beach or the funeral that they shouldn't have congregated at, and have picked up the virus, and then they expect the government or the public health system to solve the problem. And if we don't do it, we get costs. So yes, I am saying 723, March 6, a 35.9% positivity rate. I really hope that will sink in. And it will sink in our consciousness to help us to understand the importance of personal responsibilities. You know, in many countries throughout the world, there is total lockdown when you have spread of this kind. This country, this government took the decision that people have to work. They have to go about their business. It is possible without spreading the virus if they obey the protocols. I say to you, too many of us are not. So 723 is a defining moment for us. And yes, I'm saying, let it sink in. And hopefully, in sinking in, many of us will understand why it is that we need to do better. We will continue to do what we must as a public health system, as a government. We will work hard to provide the beds, to ensure that the doctors are alert, to ensure that you get triaged or looked after when you turn up. But the reality is there's so much and no more of us. There's so many beds and no more beyond a certain point. And truthfully, it doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to have the overcrowding if we respect the protocols and take personal responsibility. I really hope for all of us, better days ahead. I believe there will be better days ahead. The vaccines are expected to arrive tomorrow and others to come later on. We will now embark on one of the most significant logistics exercises that this country has seen. But it is important that we recognize that until then, we must observe the protocols. We must continue to wear the mask, continue to physical distance, continue to sanitize. Otherwise, we will see worse days ahead, not better days. Let us do the right thing. Thank you.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, so you just heard. That was the Minister of Health from Jamaica. The Minister of Health and Wellness in Jamaica. This guy here, who you're looking at, is the Minister of Health in Jamaica. And I was looking for another video I had a video where some Jamaicans were protesting against wearing of masks. They were protesting against everything. Open the borders, open the bars. They were protesting. You hear what the Minister of Health is saying to them? You hear what the Minister of Health of Jamaica is saying? I don't know what to say, in the sense that something is wrong with us. Something is wrong with us. So this is the Minister of Health in Jamaica talking and sharing with you, sharing with Jamaica what is going on. And I showed you a clip of a church and what's happening in the church and how they don't want a social distance and they want to fight the police and all these things was going on in the church. Look at this. Hear this.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has ordered that churches resort to online service for the next 3 weeks as part of measures to contain the spread of the coronavirus. But at the City of Refuge End Time Prophetic Ministries, it was business as usual on Tuesday. Janella Precious has that story.
Tuesday, 12:30 p.m., Windsor, St. Anne's Bay. The crowd was growing outside the City of Refuge End Time Prophetic Ministries. This as police swarmed the property because church was in session inside. The congregation, not fazed by the sight of the cops, continued their praise and worship. There were over 50 people in the room, including children. The environment ripe for the spread of COVID-19. No masks, no social distancing, lots of touching and holding hands. For over an hour, the police and health officials attempted to reason with the members, but they were ignored until...
The Holy Ghost against you. You leave out and give a chance to speak. You come back in from the congregation. Do not speak to my congregation. You're responsible for down here. The Holy Ghost is upon the church. No, I will tell them to go home. I'm in charge. I am in charge. God placed me in charge. You can't tell them to go home. I will tell them. I'll meet God place you on the head.
The woman in the firing line of the now enraged pastor is the acting medical officer of health for St. Anne, Dr. Tamika Henry. The clergywoman was emphatic that the government was not in charge of her church.
I'm not afraid of government. I'm not afraid of the law. I've been to prison many times, but the kingdom of God is at hand.
She eventually relented and was led to a waiting police vehicle, the congregants following close by.
But a female from the church.
Hello, I'm speaking here. The rest of you, what Apostle tell you, go and pray.
Pastor Christine McLean, along with 2 members of the church, were subsequently charged under the Disaster Risk Management Act. The pastor was also charged with disorderly conduct and assault at common law. They're booked to appear in the St. Anne's Bay Parish Court on the 4th of May. Janella Precious, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, the St. Anne's Bay Police defended its approach, leading to the arrest of the clergywoman. DSP Kevin Francis is head of operations.
I believe the police acted in a civil and a professional manner, despite the resistance and despite the recalcitrant behavior received.
He had a warning for others who continue to breach the protocols.
There are congregations who may want to continue to test the mettle of the law. We have a responsibility to enforce, and that we will do. We're asking for your compliance.
Oh, yes, Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm getting ready to go for a break. And I come back from the break. I want to hear your views on this. All right? I want to hear your views on this. 342-0081. Those are the numbers. 342-0081. 771-1791. 771-1791. 771-1791. And 466-5391. 466-5391. So I'm taking your calls in a short bit when I come back from the break, and I'm going to play your music video. Come back and you just stay right there on the live. All my people on the live, thank you for joining me. All my people on YouTube, thank you for joining me. And when you come on, just let me know where you're joining me from, and we're going to continue this discussion when we come back. All right? Now remember that this is really interesting. Really, really interesting. So come back, Trinidad and Tobago. Don't touch your dial. All right? Stick and stay.
My face down in the ground. Depression was my drug. Didn't know that you had a crown. Well, now I tell you, me triumphs, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know this Savior, I'm not alone. Heaven is my home, so not be until you come. I go worship, I go praise.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Are you tired of going place to place with no real solutions for your health concerns? Look no further and let our team at Louis Herbal Health Clinic take care of you with our amazing specials. Now offering iridology scanning, where we utilize a microscopic camera to detect hypertension, liver damage, a weakened immune system, and so much more issues in the body through the eyes. Iridology scanning is 100% safe and pain-free. Also available is our advanced 3D head-to-toe body scanning using the Biophilia Tracker, a one-of-a-kind radiation-free device used to detect all chronic diseases, disorders, and inflammation in the body in just under 1 hour. Free consultation with any service and the same-day results available. We are located on number 18 Parakeet Street, Tacarigua. To book, call or WhatsApp Shanice today at 278-1661 or find us on Facebook at Louis Herbal TT for more information.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
At any time, anywhere, anyone can be a victim of a violent crime. Each year, innocent citizens fall victim to various crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board reaches out to victims who have suffered financial loss and physical injury as a result of violent crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board, located at Tower C Level 20 International Waterfront Complex, number 1 Ryson Road, Port of Spain. Call us at 627-2376. The program cannot erase the painful memories of a crime, but it can help ease the financial burdens victims bear. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paints, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
The Archdiocese of the West Indian United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order, Inc., with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ. He and his diocese would be on IWER stage on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2021 from 6 p.m. This is the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconian Prohibition Ordinance, and the theme is Fulfilling Our Spiritual Liberation. His Eminence Patriarch Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Brathwaite. Join the live virtual Wayside Spiritual Baptist service live on the street, 919 FM Facebook and IWER TV on YouTube, made possible through the National Congress of Incorporated Spiritual Baptist Organizations of Trinidad and Tobago.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatet.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. On Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call at 753-1113 or 239-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number, 4 clicks, and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay, and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. IWER George on Instagram. Share the live. IWER TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Thomas with the sport news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by O'Neill Car Rentals of Tobago. Renting a car in Tobago is as easy as calling 361-1042. The West Indies completed a 2-1 T20 International Series victory over Sri Lanka in Antigua on Sunday with a 3-wicket win in the third match of the series. Sri Lanka chose to bat first, hoping for the result will be the same as in the second match on Friday night. The going was slow early on as they found themselves 46 for 4 in the 10th over. However, ensuring that no more wickets fell, they pushed the score to 131 for 4 in the end. Dinesh Chandimal was unbeaten on 54. Fabian Allen was spectacular at the end, getting 21 from only 6 balls to see the West Indies to 134 for 7 and the victory. He was named man of the match. The teams will adjust themselves to a longer format of the game when they begin the 3-match one-day international series on Wednesday at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua. Karen Pollard will be leading a slightly changed team in the series. The likes of Chris Gale, Rothman Powell, Dwayne Bravo, and Obed McCoy will make room for Jason Mohammed, Kai Myers, Shia Hope, and Alzari Joseph. In some Olympic sports, TNT will represent again in the sport of rowing at the Olympic Games after local rower Felice Aisha Chow secured a spot at the Tokyo Games after a solid showing at the Continental Qualification Regatta in Brazil on Friday. Chow, who competed at the 2016 Games in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, competed for the first time at a regatta since 2019 and said she had to shake off the rust during the heats. Needing to finish in the top 5 in the qualifying rounds of the women's single scull event, she finished third in a time of 8 minutes 13.91 seconds behind Mexican Kania Lacuja and Alejandra Alonso of Paraguay. After qualifying, President of the TNT Olympic Committee Brian Lewis sent out his congratulations to Chow. International sport, Manchester United halted the Manchester City's unbeaten run in the Manchester Derby on Sunday when they left East Manchester with a 2-0 win. Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw were the players to etch their names in the rivalry. In other matches on Sunday, Liverpool continued to slide as they lost to Fulham 1-0 and Tottenham Hotspurs got a 4-1 win over Crystal Palace. While on Saturday, Southampton found a win for the first time in weeks, beating Sheffield United 2-0 and Leicester City beat Brighton 2-1. Today, Chelsea will be at home to Everton from 2 p.m. and Leeds United have travelled to London for a meeting with West Ham from 4 p.m. And that was the sport news on the street, now on 9 FM and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by O'Neill Car Rentals of Tobago. Renting a car in Tobago is as easy as calling 361-1042. Stay tuned for a news update at 2 and major news at 4. I am Vanessa Thomas. To enjoy your afternoon.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world, the Street919FM.com.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
I used to walk around with in the ground. Depression was my drug. Didn't know that he had a crown. Well, now I tell you, me triumphs, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know this Savior, I'm not alone. Heaven is my home, so not be until you come. I go worship, I go praise. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. Take a good look at me, can you see the marks where I fall down? I was on the broad road, only leading me to destruction. Then my father, he said, no, you come back home. To me you belong. Well, now I tell you, me trials, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know this Savior, I'm not alone. Heaven is my home, so not be until you go. I go worship, I go praise. Worship you, Father, I will worship you. Jesus, see what you did for me. Took away my sins and you set me free. I'm alive to say, Imela, Imela. Jesus, I thank you. Father, all I can do today is worship. When I think about where my life could have been, all I can do is worship you, Jesus. Kingdom artists again. I wanna tell somebody today that God is good. Worship.
All right, so I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to the phone lines because I want to hear your view. All right, I'm going to the phone lines because I want to hear your view on this situation that I'm talking about. All right?
I used to walk around with my face down in the ground. Depression was my drug. Didn't know that he had a crown. Well, now I tell you, me triumphs, it don't matter. I roll in with confidence because I know this Savior, I'm not alone. Heaven is my home, so not be until you come. I go worship, I go praise. Worship you, Father, I will worship you.
All right, so I am going to take your calls on the situation in Jamaica. This is really sad. It's really a sad, sad state of affair. But it's the world that we're living in, and I want to hear your views on it. All right, hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor.
Hi, good afternoon.
Pastor, there comes a time when you have to let good sense prevail and logic prevail. And while you may have your spirituality and you firmly believe and have faith that Jehovah will heal all things and he would keep you safe, at the end of the day, you're on earth and he would have given man free will that you have a government in place, because he's not in place of the government, because there's a government on earth. He said, render unto Caesar with Caesar, and Caesar world is a government on earth, and people wonder that is what you have. the science would have shown all over the world what is happening with COVID-19 was causing the rise. Even in Jamaica, the ministers have come out and talk about the spike and increase. And when they look at countries like us, who the World Health Organization would have praised because we have taken steps in terms of social distancing, wearing face masks, sanitizing, and other countries in the world, it is very disturbing to see that a pastor in a church who has the understanding, I assume, not only reading the Bible, but how to lead the flock, would flaunt that and would put their church members at further risk. Because clearly just the word of God alone without the works, faith without works is dead. So you may believe and you may have faith that Jehovah cures all things. But if it is simple to wash your hands to prevent germs and wear face masks, you have a responsibility to, as a human being, would have asked to have that type of freedom. And Jehovah would have granted that freedom and thinking to know it's not only faith alone you have to do other things. So I'm hoping that good sense prevails and that Jamaica will get a grip on this thing, that it goes down because it does nothing for the whole society of Jamaica. People continue to be careless with their behavior and just simply leave it up to faith and spirituality only. As I say again, it's very disturbing, and I really hope to get a grip of it. And I want to just thank all the spiritual leaders in this country, as bad as it is, all the spiritual leaders in this country, and all persons and citizens in this country, that we, by a large extent, have listened and followed the law and followed the protocols. And thank God, because of that, we have done the work. We have the faith that will continue to decrease, and we would see more and more success and more opening up of our borders and more opening up of business and people getting back to a more normal way of life. So I again want to thank all spiritual leaders, pastors, please everybody for still adhering to the rules and making sure that they keep the parishioners, the devotees, the flocks safe. Thank you, Pastor Griffith.
Thank you very much. All right, 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, 466-466-5391. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Douglas. I listen to the pastor very attentively. But you see, these are the things that the data shows that they are not going with the word of the Almighty God. Because he tells you, obey the law of the land. Obey the law of the land. If you can obey the law of the land, how could you tell me that you obey the words in the Bible? You are not doing it. And we must be frank, we must be plain. He is not doing that. You are misleading your flock. He's misleading them. The Bible tells us that we have to enter any mask. I could say I wear no mask neither, but the Bible that I follow tells me that. Give unto Caesar what is Caesar, and God what is unto God. And you telling me we're going and pray to who? Pray to who? When you say, well, go ahead praying. You cannot be preaching the word and misleading people. The Bible tells them that, woe be unto the shepherd. You see a lot of them going and say they're shepherds that mislead the sheep, It is written there big, Woe be unto them, The days of the ending will not be nice. Very near the face of Almighty God, Because they're blocking the way from you coming to God. Because then other people, non-Christians or non-believers, see the manner in which this pastor is behaving. You tell me I want to come and follow and come down and say that I worshiping God when I should be in this manner. What I want him to do is to charge him and not to charge him with cash, send him down, sentence him. Let him go down and make a few months. That my prayer towards he, because they're not doing the work of the Almighty God in the way it ought to be done. Have a blessed day.
All right, thank you very much. What can I see? What can I see? It's amazing though, because when you listen to the Minister of Health, you're saying to them that you're going to go to the hospitals and you're going to have a long wait. You're going to go to the hospitals, and it's going to be really difficult. And while in Trinidad and Tobago, we still have people who protesting, and we still have people who are asking for the government to open the borders. I would have liked to hear I would have liked to hear what some of the supporters of the opposition have to say. You know? I would have really, really liked to hear what some of the supporters of the opposition have to say about this and this situation that's happening in Jamaica. And it's really bad, you know. From all reports that we're getting, it's really bad. I'm hearing one group of persons saying that Britain is not allowing. Britain is sending back persons from Jamaica. If you are illegal, let me tell you something, eh? All right, let me just say this. So they're saying that Jamaica, Britain is sending back people. Britain is sending back people from Britain to Jamaica, and they're saying that Jamaica is not accepting them. That is what you're hearing, right? That is what you're hearing. You're hearing it, people saying, and I take that with a pinch of salt, because if they deport you, your country cannot say they don't want you, right? So I take that with a pinch of salt. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. But again, I want to say that we are in a country where people are having these issues, and within these issues, you know, you're seeing outside of Trinidad and Tobago what is going on. You're seeing what is going on, you're hearing what is going on, and yet still people are making calls on the government to open the borders and open up the bars and open up this and open up that and give us more time. And while I do have a problem with that, I don't have a problem with more time, you know, moving from the 10 o'clock and giving more time, you know. And we have to give Trinidadians credit. Most Trinidadians, we have to give them, you know, we have to give them credit for obeying, and our Prime Minister used moral persuasion. He would have, you know, really tried by using, you know, persuasion by asking people to do their best, by obeying, you know, the laws of the land and stuff. When last you hear somebody get charged for not wearing their mask? While we do have delinquent people from time to time, but, you know, you're not hearing it as prominent as before. All right? You're not hearing it as prominent as before. So that's something that, you know, we can look at and we can take note of. And while I'm waiting for your calls, I want to just let you know that Omega XL, we have international cricket superstars like Pollard, Bravo, Simmons, and even entertainers like Ravi B and stuff like that, who has all been using Omega XL for joint pain, all right, and getting great relief. So, what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies, or call 225-0410 to get your Omega XL delivered at your home, I believe. All right. I know that the weather outside is kind of overcast or bleaky a little bit, So I don't know if you had your coffee already. I know most people have coffee throughout the day. So if you haven't had your coffee yet, Nescafe 3-in-1 coffee, cream and sugar. Just add water and experience the perfect cup of coffee every time. 3-in-1 coffee. Just add water, please. It's right and ready to go. Nescafe. All right, good food, good life. So if you haven't had your cup of coffee as yet, you can try your Nescafe 3-in-1. All right, your Nescafe 3-in-1 cream and sugar. All right, a Nescafe 3-in-1. So you just add in water and you're having the experience. All right, just add water and have your Nescafe experience. You know, as we're talking about Nescafe experience, I just want to let you know, I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, would like to have an extra $1,000 in your pocket. How many of you would love to have an extra $1,000 in your pocket? And we are just telling you that if you text this week, our giveaway is $1,000 worth of groceries from A and C. All right, ADC supermarket. So if you text, not if, but when you text, you are giving yourself an opportunity to get you know, as I just said, an extra $1,000 in your pocket for groceries. That is real. There are a lot of people who right now wish they had that extra dough. Trust me. So text 9191 from any B Mobile or Digicel handset this week on the Street 919 FM. You can win yourself $1,000 worth of groceries from ADC Supermarket using your B Mobile or Digicel handset and text your name and 9191, which allows you to contribute $20. Understand? $20 and within $1,000. Well, they're supposed to be texting already. I'm going to call Julie just now to find out for the texting to win yourself $1,000 worth of groceries. All right, and remember we do our draw every Friday from 5 p.m. on the Aisha Wells Show, Queen of Talk, of course. So listen, text, and win. You can also view us live on Facebook, The Street 919 FM, and on YouTube, IWER TV. All right? And on YouTube, IWER TV. All right? So make sure and do that. What else do I have to talk about? Yes. One other thing I wanted to let you know about is the Nestle's giveaway, boy. Nestle's promotion today. All right? Last week, 100 persons walked away with $150,000. 150 grand. What is this? All right. So you could win. Put yourself in a position to win 150 grand. So enter by purchasing any Nestle's product worth $50. All right. And you will be able to win yourself. You'll be able to walk away with $50,000, $30,000, or $25,000. Wow. That's real good. Everybody looking for money in this round. Everybody looking for money. Everybody. Oh, they watching man think I'm going mad. So I'm going for a break. I'm gonna play you a music video. I need to stop saying going for a break. I'm gonna play you a music video and come back and continue to take your calls. I'm not finished with President Paulame Weeks. You know, we were looking at the situation in Jamaica, but we're coming back.
The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. The Royal Castle Soca Shot on the Street 919. Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. Lots of us these days are at the gym, toning up, or into health and fitness of some kind. Maybe you're a vegetarian or fasting and need an alternative. Why not try Royal Castle Veggie Burger? The wholesome patty is made with oats, lentils, chana, potatoes, and carrots, and all Royal Castle's local flavors. Plus, it's topped with fresh salad and tomatoes, all inside a soft, warm bun. Give it an extra kick with the Royal Castle famous pepper sauce. Ask for it alone or as a combo with any side and a 16-ounce soft drink. It's the Royal Castle Veggie Burger. Our culture, our taste. That was the Royal Castle meal tip on the street 919.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
All right, so I'm back with you. Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm taking your calls on 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, 466-5391. So President Paula May Weeks said she did not speak out in the weeks following Andrea Barath murder, despite public calls for her to do so, because she had no confidence, to bring the citizens in her in. So this has become a burning, one of the main issues why the president, Ms. Paula May Weeks, took so long to address. Are you serious, caller? My goodness. Come on, man. No, man. Wow, I don't even know what to say. All right, I think I need to play something. I can't just now. I have a headache. Goosh. You know what? Maybe. Boy. Nah, man. Wow.
Nobody going outside. Yeah. True story. Ooh, yeah. Mr. Lester is the name. You might know me from my days. I was tearing up the stage. I was mashing up the place.
All right. Gosh. All right. All right, Trinidad and Tobago. So I think I'm back with you. Hey. All right, so the numbers to call are 342-0081, 342-0081, 771, 1791, 771, 1791, and 466-5391. All right, so remember when you're calling in, load on your radio, please, because we get a terrible feedback in the studio and it affects us really badly. All right, it affects us really, really badly. So we're asking you, when you call and you get in, please low down volume on your radio. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir, Pastor Google. Now, in relation to the president's statement, right? You see, she don't know that people don't have no respect for law and order. You see, and that what we don't know. We have a lot of people that are trying their best, but they just have a percentage of people in the country, and not a small percentage neither, that these people, they have absolutely no respect for God. Fathers have respect for man. Seriously. So you find they do what they want, how they want, when they want, and then when things is over, they always have somebody to jump on their behalf and support and say they didn't do nothing wrong. So I could understand. I could understand the president's stand. I mean, they say after a situation done happen, even though she come out and give a statement, is that going to bring back Andrea or all the other women that die or anybody in the country that die? No, what she could say, people? Sorry. We hope that the government will do their best to alleviate the situation and bring those to justice. I could understand she stand. But the thing about it is, what happened already happened. The law in the country has to get serious. And as I say, if there is people have no respect for the law can't have no respect for them. Because the law is to make sure there's law and order in a nation. And anybody break that, you're opposing the peace in the nation. And the law to get vexed and deal with them. Any more I could say, but I understand the president's stand. Thank you and good afternoon.
All right, thank you very much. 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-179. You know, I'd like to hear that UNC caller a while ago give an explanation or give his view on the situation with what's happening in Jamaica. You know, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So it's from one UNC caller to next. Good afternoon.
What is the situation happening in Jamaica?
So you went hear what happening in Jamaica?
No, I was not.
Oh, well, the Minister of Health in Jamaica is pleading with Jamaicans to wear their mask and to social distance and to behave themselves.
Well, Pastor Google, I think that Jamaica never locked down. When I go on YouTube, I still see in party in Jamaica. I still see no kind of thing. So why is this country was locked down? I was under strict laws. Jamaica was open up the borders. They was partying.
We were under strict laws?
That's strict.
You find so? I find Dr. Rowley use how you put it? While all the UNC was calling for a state of emergency, Dr. Rowley said, no, I will not call a state of emergency. I will use the reasoning of the citizens. I will use,
he used the laws to think of psychology of state of emergency, Pastor Google. We all know, but that was a long debate. He used the pandemic. He used the health laws. The health laws to control it as a state of emergency, but he do it in a smart way.
Yeah, but you all were calling for a state of emergency.
But they have done, because charging a 5-year-old without having a mask, what kind of heart you is?
Come on, man, we got to find out that was, oh gosh, that was rectified. That was rectified. It was rectified so much so that police officers were giving away masks to homeless people and pipers.
Okay, Pastor Bogo, it's nothing new. If I hear Jamaica booming with COVID, China Nothing, because I observe and I watch the news, I on YouTube, and I see what's going on there. As I said, when we was locked down on that tight restriction, these people was what. So now is our time to open up our borders, and like we said, because I think that we could move on and the vaccine in our country also.
Let's still going to the open up borders thing. See what's going on in Jamaica.
Open the borders for our citizens. So for our citizens,
but your citizens, but your citizens coming home.
Not for Nicolas Maduro, friends and family to come in the country, but for our citizens. But before I go, it's a burning issue I want to deal with. And I call on PNM supporters, UNC supporters, UNC activists, PNM activists. Because there's people in this country using this young girl death for political mileage. I asked them, I said, let the dead sleep in peace. Let the dead rest in peace. Why you, this young girl, up to now, in wrestling? Because the demons are playing with this young girl's life and call it candle movement. It is not no candle movement. A certain hyper-5 person is behind these fellas and them. For the last 6 to 7 months, there was no pep show on Facebook playing talk that mash up. During the last 2 days, 3 days, there's a series of pep. Listen to me. Alicia Ola is the leader of PEP or the chair of PEP. I'm speaking about Philip Alexander Party. And she is a part of the candlelight movement. She went by the mayor house, and I thank the mayor because that was a political move there. I thank the mayor. I support the mayor. I support the mayor on that cause because I understand some people who went out there, honestly, went out there to change, to fight for our cause. To fight for our cause. But the main players, Philip Alexander, I reject politician. A man who disrespect women. Ian Allen, I reject politician. I reject politician. Ian Allen. In Shan. Also, I reject politician. The country has to be careful because I know the country needs something. The country wants a hope. The country looking for somebody to say come forward and for them to help them. But they cannot go down that road because, I want to say it again, there's a certain hyper-5 person in this country is behind these men and them. And when I listen to these men and them, look who they defending. Look who they supporting. I ask that certain hyper-5, stop using the state money and paying them people. And then, I want to say it again, I am going to expose them. Hey boy, I will expose them. Stop using the state money and funding these individuals and them. I beg of you, Mr. Man, stop using the state money because I know you behind it. And I know you're listening to this program right now. This is Kingsley speaking. Who the hell is you? I am asking you. Because everything going on to blame. Blame Rowley, blame Kamala. Blame Rowley, blame Kamala. The two political parties is no good. Hey, this is a two-system party. It's either PNM or the UNC, and we stand and remain so. So you are telling me, okay, the candlelight movement, blame Kamala, blame Rowley. And at the end of the day, so who, if we blame UNC and we blame PNM, who party we want to vote for? PEP. We have to be careful. I know our country is hurting. I know our mothers is hurting. But our mothers have to be careful of Philip Alexander, Ian Allen, Incheon, Winston, Ragoon, and Stephon. Because listen to me, Stephon was unalive, saying, oh, KFC this, KFC that. Why am I going by KFC? At the ending of this man's life, Stephanie the man put out a box at KFC. And you know, do a whole life on KFC. And you put out after that. Them first is deceitful individual. And I am taking no part in no candlelight vision in this country. I am not doing that. I call on the people of this country. And I said, I stand with all families. I'll make it clear. I stand with all families who lose their loved ones. But Pastor Google, Trinidad and Tobago, we understand what Stephen K is. We understand all these MLJ, and they from the party, and then they come up political party. Philip Alexander, I want to tell him personally, leave that young girl alone. Let she rest in peace. Stop interfering with that young girl. She don't go on. Let me try to do it in the right way and make laws change. But you want to hold a big, and I want to ask, where was the police? Where was the police in Woodford Square to make sure that these people was up close on each other? No social distance whatsoever. That's why I'm saying this high-profile person who are allowing for the to go on the streets. And nobody else can go on the streets.
Somebody person name now. I will I'll take our next call. So somebody person name. Somebody person name now, eh?
Pastor Google, you do have a good evening, eh? Thank you very much.
Somebody person name. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, no, you have a real interesting program, you know. These deceptive people, Lord. Philip Alexander, the one who was rating up his so-called leader, mother of the nation, all of a sudden he ain't good. Listen to me. Kinsley needs to talk to his UNC supporters, not PNM supporters. We're not talking that rubbish. They have to be afraid. Because when they throw over his mother, is who will be the next party. PNM don't have to worry about that. So when he come here with his rubbish and all his lack of information and talking about we the nation, no, we're not on that. Tell him get his facts right and let him and his UNC supporters deal up with Ian Allen and the rest of them who just be jumping up in the yellow party. PNM don't have time for that.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, PNM supporters, nothing that nonsense. I agree with what the lady now says. Okay? Have a blessed one.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I heard what he stated, but my belief is that the candlelight vigilance is a combination of UNC and COP. So he is just trying, I don't know what he's trying to say or what he's trying to do, but that gathering is a combination of UNC and COP. Disobedience. We're looking at civil disobedience. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. People making stay in their heart, boy.
Hey, Big Brother, good afternoon to you and to your listeners. I just came in. Firstly, let me begin by saying God is not a God of ignorance, and that is what I picked up totally from what's taking place in Jamaica. And Jamaica people have become so complacent, right? So complacent. I mean, they need to take a picture they need to take a page, I should say, out of our books, right? Out of our book at the end of the day to see where we at, right? And we couldn't have been where we are today, right, if we wasn't actually obeying the rules, right? Rules were made to be obeyed, right? They were never made to be broken, right? And I'm positively sure that the church actually has rules, right? So to see that someone to see a woman of God actually get on in that manner, to me, it just shows a level of ignorance. Anyway, reach home safe, Big Brother, and have a good one.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Greetings and blessings to you and your family, my darling. Pastor Google, I hear a little piece of Sharon this morning. She put you up first to hear your sermon yesterday. And she said she saw you play. Why are you playing it in Pastor here? You see, you kind of backseat you want to take in this thing. You have to come out to know. Come and tell me the thing what you say yesterday, man. I got like only waiting. They hear his speech yesterday at the woman's conference that they had. And I want to tell Kingsley something. If you're fighting now, you're getting scared. Don't get scared. I'm not scared of them, you know. But I agree with you when you say it's a silent political party they're coming up with, but me afraid them because them is just a crab in a barrel. You know, you braver than me, you call his full name. I could call it him too because they are public figures. Insurance wants to be Paula Gopi Singh job, Ministry of Trade. He could say what he wants. He tried to belittle that woman on his program a couple of weeks ago. I hear him. I hear him very well in Sean. I used to love and admire that man. I don't care about him no more. I used to love his food that he cooking. I ain't eating from him no more. You can't be doing this kind of thing. You can't be a public figure and selling people food and behaving the way he behaving. And he putting people to cost of KFC. That is bad. You can't sit down with a stone and talk with my bad. Then Ian Allen is dreaming to be the Minister of National Security. Bad. And Senator Alexander wants to be the Prime Minister because he has in complexion. Hey, all your rock soda. Cheer all your rock soda. What a trying. It ain't going to happen. It will never, ever happen. I was doing a little bit because research and I pick up with some things from Dr. Eric Williams' days. All they're not going to move PNM so easy, you know. All they have to come good. Trust me. I'm not going to make it to the next election. I might make it, but she's making it no way there. Only too wicked and evil and conniving. And the Lord is just out of confusion. And all that culture and bacchanal and comments going to make in the Spirit of Almighty God cannot deal with all you. Because he's not a spirit of confusion, out of confusion. But you know what? All the gods who are serving, them like comments and bacchanal, because you know why? Them just because their ears but they cannot hear. They have mouths but they cannot speak. So all you could say is all the mess and leave PNM alone. PNM have good strong prayer warriors around them, serious prayer warriors who praise the Almighty God, Jehovah, or Yahweh, or whatever you want to call him. And kids, you better behave yourself, eh? I like you, kids. I like you as long as a son. But you see, you wanted to do that, and I don't want you to be like Gladiator. And as always have to remember Gladiator to remind all you that what does it profit a man to get the whole world and suffer the loss of his soul? Because Kingsley, you know too well, when Gladiator died, he had millions of dollars. Remember how he did? You remember Kingsley? Wake up and smell the coffee, Kingsley. He was not, and he's just another Oreo. He wanted more, and he wanted more. And right now he's scrambling. Kingsley, you could be building a mansion over there. Tomorrow wasn't promised unto you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, Kingsley, and then everything will be added unto you. You love Kamala. Does Kamala love you? When last did you tell your paternal or your biological mother, I love you, Mom? When last you're running behind a woman who don't care about you to tell you how you love her? Kingsley, you're keeping coals of fire on your head, you know. I'm talking to you as a mother here, you know, Kingsley. A mother with two sons. You understand? I don't think Kamala wearing children, you know, Kingsley. Think about that. Can a woman stand up here? Sees to what the child she did. When your mother is still alive, here's the way you behaving for a woman who you just gone into her life a couple of years ago, and you're behaving like that, Kingsley. Sad will be your portion, you know. I'm warning you, you know. Be careful, Kingsley. Thank you, Pastor Google.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
How are you, darling?
I'm okay.
I want to tell all the ladies today, enjoy the holiday today. Yeah, Women's Liberal Day. Okay? And I want to shout out to Sharon and Mommy Sauce and everybody. And tell Kingsley that he has to go to the Lord now and behave himself, else he in plenty trouble. And stop coming on the radio and talking shootiness. Say our prayers for God to guide him and protect him in this merciful way. Amen. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
Things
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at the Street 919 FM and YouTube.